Oh, hi, I see you made it back. That's good. Hopefully you subscribed, like up there. Do that now. We'll wait. It's down over in the corner, down below us. Hit the bell icon while you're there. Make sure you tell all your friends that this crazy guy's talking about movies. So make sure you hit the website. It should be up there too. Then we'll see. We'll see what we can go. See how we can get this one done. So we're doing Cliffhanger from 1993, and Sylvester Stallone is the main star in this one. This is early on in his career. Let me get the right page here. So this is Cliffhanger. This is Colorado Rescue, Mountain Rescue. They're mountain climbers. They go up and get stranded mountain climbers off the side of the Rocky Mountains. Up there where you really can't walk. You have to climb. 90-degree cliffs and all that. Way up there, high elevations where you can almost not fly up there. Or they show them flying up there, but they didn't. So basically, the show starts off as Sylvester Stallone talking to, what appears to be his girlfriend at the time in the movie. Then they get a call from one of the other climbers, so they take the helicopter up to get him. Him and his girlfriend get stranded on a hill, top of a mountain. And they really, this is where the part where they catch him. Sylvester Stallone is hanging out because he went up the hard way, climbing. And they took the helicopter up. So when he got up there, they dropped the cable and then set down on an adjoining peak so they could run him across to the other side to get the rescue climber off the hill, plus his girlfriend, which should have never been up there in the first place. This is the beginning of the movie where she falls because her strap break, and other movies. Ace Ventura stole it. They stole the idea in Ace Ventura. They used a raccoon instead of a person. But you can tell it's good special effects. They didn't make it look like too well, but they showed her falling, and that was about it. Then, on the other hand, then they cut to a scene in Washington, D.C., and then they're sending money up in. A couple thieves try to do a mid-air transfer of the thief and the money. It ends up crashing on the Rockies, and the money gets scattered all over the place, so they get to go on an Easter egg hunt looking for it by gunpoint after they climb up there to rescue the people from the plane. And the way they got them to come sounds interesting. It's funny. Makes it fun to actually see, the subterfuge they use to get them up there. This is one of those movies that it's kind of an action. I forgot what they called it. I know it's an action movie. Did they call it a love story? Oh, they just called it an action film. But there is romantic interests all the way around. So they search for, after the storm's over, they search. They get a couple base jumpers involved. You got to go watch the movie to find out what happens to the base jumpers. It makes it a whole lot more interesting. It just adds another plot twist to it. Do they find all the money? Yes. Do the bad guys get it? Well, I'm not going to tell you that one. They lost 100. What was the number they said? Let's see if I got it. 100 million. Okay. Of money they were hauling off through this airplane to go to the treasury, because they had $1,000 bills, which they don't use in the U.S. They use those for international trade because it's just easier to carry. You know, if you did $100 million in $100 bills, it basically fill a 53-foot trailer. But if you did $100 million in $1,000 bills, it's apparently, according to the movie, 3 briefcases. So they have an FBI tag along on the plane, and they got lots of attrition. They've got lots of interesting climbing up on the Rockies. They even show Big Ladder in this one. Now, if I remember right, they had to replace Big Ladder because they wouldn't let them, because it's a historical landmark, they wouldn't let them tear it up like they did in the movie. So they had to move their own a little further down the cliff so they can actually tear it off a cliff without hurting anything. Right in the same spot, right in the same area. And the only way to get to what they're calling Big Ladder is actually go up there climbing. Not very many people are going to see it unless it's on video or TV. But those that have seen it, no, it's a wonderful view from up there on top of the rock by it. And you can actually go stand on the same surface they were on. Well, they say they were on anyway. I think they just did it all in almost all of it in the sound studio, but the rescue pilot Frank, he finds the bad guys. They run across the mountain, twists and turns, hunting for the mountain for this thing. They walk in circles and they walk in circles. Some of it's night, lots of gunfire, lots of intrigue. I don't know the special effects. I didn't know if they really did too many special effects except for real life special effects. They didn't do anything digital in this one, and it still looks better than some of the movies are coming out with digital special effects, because the digital are so much easier to spot than the real life digital effects. And I imagine they shot this one on 35 millimeter film too, because that's what we were using then in them days. Then at the end, the last bad guy, or the bad guys, one of them takes a swim, the other one goes diving off a cliff because they were forced with no parachute. And the other bad guy, he gets it in the end too. Everybody lives happily ever after at this thing. But, the suspense and the interest in this movie just makes it worth buying, at least in my opinion. So anyway, this Sylvester Stallone movie came out in May 20th and the 28th in 1993. They released it to the United States on May 28th. They released it to a specific area in 93. It runs 113 minutes. United States, it's English, which is the best kind for me because I don't speak any other language. They used $170 million to film this thing, probably renting helicopters and getting up on the hill with all their cameras and gear. They're probably renting the gear. But at the box office, the first year they released it, it made $255 million. So they did a pretty good job with this movie. And there was a trap set in this movie someplace. You gotta go find out where the trap's at. Sylvester Stallone was the one that got trapped, but we'll see what the trap's all about. You'll have to go see it. Now that's Cliffhanger for you. I like the movie, so I'd recommend you go watch it, go buy it any way you possibly can, and like and subscribe to this channel so you can watch more. So whatever it is, it's it's the next day or tomorrow or the next week, you're going to see me on the next video. Now, YouTube was having problems, so on YouTube it'll be tomorrow, and then all the other outlets it'll be as it would have been, week after week before YouTube decided to start messing with me. So the plan is to do 365 videos for 2002-3, since I've got a whole year to work on it now because of what YouTube did to me. And then when I protested what they did, this was really what all I got from YouTube. Yeah, I never got any good response or answers to my question. That's basically all I got from them. And sometimes I wonder if it's a bunch of women thinking this about me.
Off with your head!
So anyway, we'll go ahead and get off of this one, and we'll see you for the next movie review. I don't even know what it is because I haven't figured it out yet. So we'll see you in the next one, or in the funny pages, or even in the road or street. Maybe at the grocery store if you figure out who I am. And we'll talk to you later. Take care and be safe.
Off with your head!